more bodies of illegal miners are being retrieved at a disused shaft 11 in Stilfontein in the northwest.
Now, this is government-led rescue operations for the third day now.
A total of 78 bodies have been retrieved through the operation since Monday.
Meanwhile, there have been growing calls from the community leaders and other role players that government should be held liable for the deaths of the illegal miners.
SABC News reporter Thabiso has the story.
It's day 3 of the government-led rescue operation here at Shaft 11 in Stilfontein in the Northwest Province, as we are seeing that the number of illegal miners who are being retrieved dead from underground continues to rise since Monday. You'll remember that on Monday, 9 bodies were retrieved, and then yesterday 51 bodies were retrieved. And even today, there are a number of illegal miners who have been retrieved underground who are dead as the operation continues on the third day. And there have been, lots of statements, uttered by many people, many role players in this matter. We have heard the community members here saying that government should be held liable for the situation here, especially for the deaths of the illegal miners, saying that government, if could have acted tirelessly to try to retrieve the illegal miners when they first started to talk about the situation underground here at Shaft 11, maybe situation could have been different now. They could have avoided more fatalities, as we are seeing that number keeps on rising. So, and also some community leaders earlier on telling us that there might be some other illegal miners on the other shaft, which is Shaft 11, about 2.8 kilometers from where we are, that might have died because when they were trying to, might have fell down when they were trying to resurface at Shaft 10, where we have seen a number of illegal miners emerging or resurfacing at that shaft in the previous weeks and months. So let me bring to the conversation Sabelo Mnguni. He's from an organization called Makua, just to talk to us about what do just their take about the situation that is unfolding here. More and more bodies are coming to the surface through this government-led rescue operation. What do you make of the situation?
No, thanks for having us. As you in your intro have said, that this situation could have been prevented. We are pleased with that finally the professional rescue has started. Remember, we've been using a rope that they took a toll on community donation, took a toll on the volunteers. So we are relieved seeing this, though we are concerned that it could have been prevented. Remember, the state kept referring to those who are underground as criminals, to say they are not sending help for criminals. We find that statement very surprising. If one can use an example, there was a case that was all over the news of Thabiso. The guy is said to be a rapist and whatnot. He's a criminal who went to outside of the country and was fetched by the state as a criminal. So then one makes a comparison to say an ordinary citizen, they need to be left dying because they are criminals. Someone who's said to have money or has a better economic status needs to be fetched. We've seen a lot of people that being fetched wherever they are. We believe that if someone is a criminal, they should be apprehended wherever they are. But then they kept ignoring, throwing xenophobic comments of saying those are illegal immigrants, they are foreigners, they should not see they are criminal, they went underground knowing it's dangerous. We accept it, yes. They went underground knowing it's dangerous. Artisanal mining is dangerous on its in nature. Mining itself is dangerous, whether commercial or informal or formal. So, as I said, we believe that this situation could have been prevented. So, going forward, people need to be held accountable. As to whom should be held accountable, the matter is with the court at the moment. The court will decide.
So this means you are still going to sit down and check who should be held accountable within the government. No, as I said, that government is broad.
No, we know. Department of Minerals needs to be held accountable. Department of Water Affairs, remember, you need to obtain a water license when you mine. It needs to be held accountable. But in particular, Department of Minerals, because this is an abandoned shaft. So the mine owners should have obtained what we call the mine closure certificate. But the department is claiming that this mine is not closed, it's still operational, meaning that the license holder is still liable in terms of the DMPRDA. So both the mining company and the DMRE needs to be held accountable. In terms of Operation Valamukoti and its implementation, I believe that they got a mandate from the Department of Minerals to say, we've got a problem of illegal mining. It's a criminal element. Can you please come in? So they were mandated also. It's not that they stood up and say, we want to deal with illegal mining. They've got no mandate in terms of mining itself. And if one listens very carefully to the minister said, this mine is still under ownership. It's not a derelict mine. Then the question is the state using state resources to protect private resources, private property? This is a private property according to the minister. But we are seeing Operation Valamukoti being implemented in a private property. So basically from where I'm standing as a citizen or as a member of the community, I'm seeing the state using public funds to protect private property, of which is something that we also need to look to.
Thank you very much. That's Sabelo Mnguni from an NGO called Makua. Very strong words there at the end saying that the Mineral Resources Department must be held liable for what has transpired here at Shaft 11 in Stilfontein in the Northwest Province as the government-led rescue operation continues here.